Welcome to TLP's video for help choosing a novel study. This video covers the factors to consider when deciding on a TLP title and provides selections for each level. TLP is not grade level dependent, making it a flexible program. It is easily adapted for multi-age situations. Your 5th grader and 7th grader can work on the same title together. We do not dictate titles to be done in a particular order, so if you want to do My Side of the Mountain to correspond with the Spring Garden, you can do so without any loss of benefit. You can choose the best title for your situation. You can also use our program for 1 quarter, 1 semester, or 1 year. It works well for homeschoolers, for co-ops, and in classroom settings.
Here are factors to consider when choosing titles: reading level, maturity level, eyesight development, related topics of study, and your situation. Determining the reading level of a novel is a challenging factor. Checking with 3 different experts has netted results from grades 5.3 to 8.0 for the same title. To limit the confusion, our grade level recommendations are based on the study guide's level of difficulty. You can find this list on our website at www.totallanguageplus.com/grade level groupings. If you're new to Total Language Plus, consider choosing a title right at or a little below what you consider your target level. After your children have adjusted to TLP learning methods, they will be ready for more advanced titles. Please consider that although your 5th grader tests at an 11th grade reading level, there is still much value in reading elementary level books. His or her reading level does not have to be challenged in order for him to learn. In fact, she will be better able to focus on spelling, thinking, and communicating skills with her reading skills well in hand. Once you are comfortable with our methods, don't hesitate to let your student tackle a title above his reading level if he is highly motivated. That inner motivation goes a long way, enabling students to perform at high levels.
Besides reading ability, we want to consider maturity level. If students haven't been exposed to certain hardships, they will not be prepared for the content of some titles. Save those for later. Factoring in maturity level means knowing your students well enough to determine when a particular title will be most meaningful. Look under Barbara's notes in product description for warnings about mature subjects. Another factor for young students is the development of eyesight. Researchers tell us that the ability to read small print is not fully developed in most children until they are 10 to 12 years old. It is frustrating to the reader to have words swimming on the page or to suffer eye strain because of small print in the novels. Think about the novel itself and how your child will react to the print size and white space. To simplify this aspect of reading, we have chosen novels for our youngest readers that contain larger fonts and more white space. But if it isn't enough and your student struggles, consider using a hardback book from the library, as the print is usually larger. When choosing a title, consider what the student is studying in history or science. For example, Carry On Mr. Bowditch is historical fiction with large doses of science, astronomy, navigation, and surveying. The fun story The 21 Balloons lends itself to investigating government and economics. The website includes related studies with each title to help you find topics that fit together. What else is there to consider when choosing a title? You might choose a title based on a character trait you'd like to address. For example, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and/or Shiloh are great to focus on telling the truth. The Light in the Forest is perfect for dealing with a rebellious attitude. The Witch of Blackbird Pond and Words by Heart for dealing with prejudices. Johnny Tremaine for pride and humility.
For co-ops, you might think about the makeup of your group. Is it all girls? Then treat them to Anne of Green Gables.
A group of 7th graders who struggle with reading will benefit from high-concept books without complicated sentence structure or advanced vocabulary, so choose titles such as Words by Heart or The Giver. Classroom teachers might be restricted from our more controversial titles: The High King, A Wrinkle in Time, The Giver, Julie of the Wolves, and The Witch of Blackbird Pond. Every controversial title is noted under Barbara's notes. We are often asked, what if the student has already read a particular title? Will she benefit? That depends. If the novel was read in a recreational manner, she probably did not read with her brain engaged, and she will definitely benefit from the study guide. If she has already gone through the novel thoughtfully, taking time to think and reflect, then choose a different title, or challenge her by assembling a group of her peers to do the novel study with her. To help you make a choice, each title is given a difficulty rating for spelling vocabulary and for critical thinking. These difficulty levels are based on the suggested grade level. For example, Adam of the Road is recommended for grades 5 through 7. Within that range, then, the spelling and vocabulary words are considered medium, as is the critical thinking. That medium rating would raise to difficult if the novel study were done by a 3rd grader, or lowered to easy for a high schooler. In summary, whenever you can, choose titles that relate to your history or science. Consider eyesight development, maturity level, and the interest of the student. And last, which should be first, pray for God's direction.